you're listening to Funk and 4-5.
Peace. I'm Novakane Omega. This is my man Fats, Sirius B. You know what I'm saying? We make up the Rubber People. We're also the co-founders of Soul Trust Records. Long-time MCs, you know what I mean, performing, doing our thing, hip-hop historians, and just overall creators of what it is you see here. I'm the primary engineer for Soul Trust Records. I'm also an artist, not only a president, but I'm also a client. But I do most of the engineering. I do rhyming and all of the graphics and website work and stuff like that, background prop work. But this is the face right here. This is my man, Sirius B. Tell him about yourself, Sirius.
Peace. What's up? My name is Fats, aka Sirius B, co-founder, you know what I mean, of Soul Trust Records. Also an MC in the group called the Rubber People. You know what I'm saying? The duo, the Rubber People. Founder also of the Mighty Junipers Elite Poetry Organization. You know what I'm saying? Which was dealing with LOB Entertainment Group at the time, which was like a first phase Soul Trust Records thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much here because Soul Trust Records is here based on our abilities. We looked around as time went on and found that we had the resources, the experience, you know what I mean, and
all the components.
And all the components to have a record label. And to be honest with everybody, for real, got over our fears. You know what I mean? To be perfectly honest with you. And just said we could do it. And with the PR that we had in the past from being Junipers, you know, and from being on the LOB Entertainment Group, we realized that we also would have the cooperation that we needed from some of your, you know, some of your more legendary local artists from here, all the way down to young up-and-coming artists, just due to us being heavily involved in the community, with the program that we were teaching the 5 elements of hip-hop to inner city youth, and we're able to actually groom, you know, MCs. So we realized we had all the things that we needed to start Soul Trust Records. You know what I mean? So here we are.
Yeah, we just pretty much wanted to kind of put some authenticity to what it is that we had already been kind of naturally doing. When I started teaching at the Kalu Academy and Dr. Karam came into our lives, another person who was a member of Soul Trust Records, and his 2 of his children, we were introduced to the concept in action anyway, of not just having something and doing it, but like actually like stamping it, making it authentic, and making yourself the authority on it. Instead of just, you know, having some knowledge, you write a book and then you become an authority, you become an author. So it's like you put your stamp on some information that might have already been out there, but you do it your way, and then that's what people come up with, branding and logos and stuff like that. So in a way, it's like we came up with the concept because we were looking around at what we were already doing anyway, and that is guiding people on how to perform on stage, writing all kind of blogs and essays and infinity lessons as Zulus about how to MC and stuff like that. And we were recording people. And doing everything you do that a record label does, but we weren't calling ourselves that. And then along comes A1, Tiff the Gift and them, who eventually started Don't Sleep Records, but they hipped us to a guy named
Gorilla Glock from France, and then from Surgeon Records, big up. You know what I mean? They actually gave us a P&D deal with an artist on the label, Native Son, big up. Native Faces Project, him and one of our producers named Sino Face make a group, and it was very nice. It was real quick, and everything happened so fast.
We got vinyl.
So when you get vinyl in your hand, you kind of start realizing that, okay, you know, maybe it's time to, you know what I mean, take what it is that we're doing to the next level. And then you look up, and then when you've been doing the art and the craft as long as we've been doing it, it's only right to kind of graduate to another level of what it is that you're doing, regardless. On one end, yes, we're artists. We love the artists. We love the craft. We love the art. We're historians of the art. We're also members of the Universal Zulu Nation Chapter 30. She was the head Malika. I was the chapter leader for 5 years. And so when you get into all of these things, you realize on one end, yeah, okay, let's harness the culture. Let's hold on to that, because we hold on to that. But at the same time, as adults coming up in the music, showing people how to do things, you start realizing there's a little bit more responsibility that needs to be set. And Soul Trust Records also comes out of what we felt was needed for our scene out here personally. Again, we have people who've been doing it on the label since the 80s, MCing since the 80s. And we have people who really feel like they're good at what they do. We feel the same way, and we just need to put it in a vehicle, you know what I mean, an organized vehicle, with the know-how and the business behind it as well, to be able to, you know, put it in a package so that the world can see it. You know what I mean? You got all these things takes order and organization and the know-how. You know what I'm saying, and the confidence. So Soul Trust Records, it was an idea that's really come out of a need for our music community out here. You know what I mean?
Let me say one other thing too. What's really dope about Soul Trust Records is it's not like we were like, oh, I mean, we did say at some point, let's start a record label, but it's not like we said that and then we put all the other pieces in place. We looked up and there was nothing left to do but start a record label, because all the pieces were literally like, put me together and go ahead and be a record label. But it naturally became called Soul Trust, just as a little ditty. Like back in the day, I guess about however many years ago when D-Man moved in, there's a game called X-Men Legends that I really like to play. X-Men Legends 2, I think, there's a part when you're going through some catacombs or something, and then Mr. Sinister is there. And he has created, for Apocalypse, to take over the world or whatever, he's created this brain trust. And he called it the brain trust. And you had to go in there and destroy the brains. And they were all connected. And we always called our studio Mu Atlantis. So in the computer, we started calling the folder where we kept all the music at Mu Atlantis Brain Trust. But then Fats was like, yo, let's call it Soul Trust. You know what I'm saying? So the studio was always called Mu Atlantis. And then the Soul Trust was just what we called the collective of what people recorded here. And it started building up so much as we became the record label. It kind of was only natural to just call ourselves Soul Trust. But not only that, the whole concept of trust is a deep concept. I'm not gonna get too into it, but but people do trust us and they love us. And more than we've gotten anything, we've gotten love and appreciation for starting this, because a lot of us are sitting around, us included. We're getting older, but we're still just as nasty as we ever were, if not nastier, on the mic and what we do, which we should be. Because the master at Kung Fu, the older master, is usually better than the younger student.
Should be.
You know what I mean? But yet, we're not getting where we want to be, really. And then we got all these people around us that can help us and we can help each other, but not being resourceful. So we wanted to change that resource.